Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Rolling through beautiful Deer Park, Washington. We're headed up north to Colville today. And we're gonna do something that's kind of unorthodox for us. Maybe. We're going to check out an Edsel and possibly, just maybe, buy a car that we can actually drive home. Seller says it's tip-top shape, elderly gentleman looking to thin the herd a little bit, and we are probably about 40 minutes away from the car right now, and we'll be right back with you to show you what we got. Rolling into Chewelah, Washington. Our last real town. You got tractors for sale. Ooh, saw and tractor. It's one-stop shopping right there. Ooh, there's a Wagoneer back there. I've always wanted one of those. Ooh, look at these big. Ooh, there's a 65 Merc. 66 Merc. Oh, there's an old car right there. Maybe this is the place. That is a really old car. There's a Taurus. I'm thinking this might be the place. Let's check it out. There she is. Oh, I got a Jeep J4000, J3000, something like that. See that? So the old 223. I'm gonna walk around on this thing. Remote hood release. Rockers are a little beat up. Something going on in the grill there. Looks like that piece there is maybe. Let's see. See if she'll. See if she'll fire up. Seems to fire right up. Seat's gonna need a little work. Seems to run all right though. Notice it's got 60 Galaxy bumpers on it. So, I guess we'll see if we can make a deal. Any turn signals, but that clutches. Oh boy, yeah. So far, see the steering wheel's crooked. Signals. I don't want to drive it home on 20 psi tires with she definitely needs the brakes adjusted.
We're in hot pursuit.
Just south of Chihuahua. Just picked up the 60 Edsel. She's running about halfway up on the temperature gauge. Of course, she spikes up when I shut it off. So we're gonna let her cool down for a minute and go inside and get some drinks and see if we can cool us down a little bit. So, give you a quick walk around. One single exhaust pipe. Those two inner lights should be white. Those would be the backup lights. But that's all stuff we can work out later. Missing the Edsel letters on the side. Sahara Beige is the paint code on this one. You notice it does, but these don't fit right here, because this is a these are 60 Galaxy bumpers, and then you'll notice that on the back too. Still has the Edsel gun sights on the front, which I like. A lot of these are broke off. So if you look back here, the bumper, the Edsel bumpers have two lines that go down. Right here. Basically right here and right here. Because the Galaxy has a circular half moon tail light, and then it's repeated in the bumper right there. But these bumpers, this bumper especially, can definitely be used on our 60 Starliner. So that's one of the reasons I bought the car. But it is a solid old car. Doors closed good. We're gonna go in and get some drinks, cool off for a minute, and hit the road again. Temperature gauge still holding steady. She is just cruising right along. This thing, I mean, she's just a cruiser on flat ground. Struggles a little bit going up the hills. The old 223, all 120 horsepower. So, I mean, the air blower's here. I can turn your air on too. Want your air conditioning on? Oh man, yeah. Once it quits blowing all the mouse turds out of there, it'll settle down.
Oh yeah.
You feel it though?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need all that electronic climate control stuff. All you need is a knob on the dash. Instant air conditioning. This is the last stretch down to the house, 14% grade. Brakes are sketchy. I'm going to keep it in second gear and use the engine to hold me back a little bit. Because if I lose the brakes and we go careening down this hill, I'm going to have to use your escort to stop it when we get to the... do some brake adjusting. Looks like some stuff was done on this car, but it seems like it was probably done quite a while ago. Odometer reads 93,546. Probably original mileage on this car, actually. We're so close we can taste it now, Kale. First gears a lot of times aren't really synchronized. And there she is, home. So after a very, very hot drive home, here's the Edsel in the driveway. And of course, as soon as I start to film a video, my neighbor decides to mow his lawn with his tractor. But I digress. That's all right. It's America, man. You can mow your lawn when you want, right? Yeah. So here she is in the driveway. Just kind of take a walk around it and see what we got here. Immediately, you're probably drawn to, or maybe you're not, the fact that this doesn't fit right here. That is a, this is actually a bumper off of a 60 Ford instead of a 60 Edsel. They are different. You can see how this comes up right here and is actually touching that. It's not supposed to do that. The Edsel bumper is actually flatter. We did get the original bumpers with the car. However, they're not in the greatest of shape. It does have both marker light lenses, which apparently these are very, very hard to find right here. A lot of people say that this front end mimics the '59 Pontiac, that Ford copied it. And I don't know. I don't think so, but I might be biased. It does have both Edsel E's on the fenders, so that's a plus. My two-door hardtop, both of these were broken off. I had to buy them off eBay, which was very, very expensive. And they're in worse shape. These are actually pretty decent. This car is originally Sahara Beige, is the color. Some people say it almost looks pinkish now. Not so sure. It's got some white walls with some aftermarket chrome wheels with gray centers, some older Ford script hubcaps. We're going to put something different on there. See, it's actually a pretty straight car. The trim's all intact. See the Ranger badging on the side, and you thought that was just a truck. Down on the rocker panels, they're pretty solid. This is a very common place for 60 Fords to rust out, 60 and 61, and this one's starting to. As you can see right here, it's got some pimples starting to bubble there. Very, very common on these cars. I've had several of them, and they're almost all like this, is this rocker panel getting dented up. Because these cars were so long, they would often get high-centered on things, or, you know, driven over a planter or something, and this one is no different. This one's actually got it in a couple spots here, and right here. You can see that, but there's not really any rot in it. Just somebody wasn't that good of a driver. So we do have all the letters on the side here. This trim is good and intact. We actually got this piece. We're missing this piece on the other side. You can see back here we are with a 60 Ford bumper again instead of the Edsel bumper. The Fords had basically a half moon tail light here, whereas, and you can even see where they, on the Edsel, they just filled this in with a plate here to where the Ford tail light would have gone. This bumper on the Edsel would have two ribs right here in the bumper that mimic the tail lights, just two small ribs. Of course, this is a 60 Ford bumper, but that I was okay with that because, again, we did get the original bumpers. They aren't in the greatest of shape, but they are good cores that could be straightened and re-chromed should we decide to do that. But this bumper can go on the back of our 60 Starliner, which the bumper is not in that good a shape. So it was a win-win on the bumper. We needed it. We are missing the Edsel lettering on this side. We also are missing the little piece that goes over, slips in there and goes over that right there. The little, this little chrome button here. So, gonna have to find one of those. That could be tough. Parts for these cars aren't that easy to find. This side, again, a little bit of damage. It's got a few little holes starting to appear in the quarter panel there, but doesn't feel like it's full of Bondo or anything, so looks like it's pretty much all original. The rocker panel on this side fared a little better than the other side, but you can see it's got some damage as well. That door was probably repainted early on. It was probably in an accident. See a little bit of damage right here, a little bit of a gouge right there. I rubbed up against something or leaned something on it, I don't know. If cars could talk. But you can see that door is kind of faded, especially up on the top, so it probably wasn't painted all that well. Wasn't painted as well as the factory painted it, so it probably matched when they did it, but probably started fading right away. And again, the Ranger badging intact. Trim pretty decent on this. Again, you're starting to see the fender right there, get some bubbles in it. Very common rust place for 60s Fords. You can patch that. The this mirror appears to be a Rambler mirror. It's in good shape, but you see the R right there. Pretty sure that's for a Rambler. The trunk on this vehicle, glass is all good shape except for that wind wing on the other side. The bubble glass is good on the rear. It does have a trunk lock inside, but it is missing. I'm guessing they were using this to open the trunk. Alright, so we got this little doohickey here. If we push this over the side, it will open the trunk. Let's pull that open. We've got some classic stuff in here. We got an old water pump that doesn't feel like it turns very well. There are some parts in here. He does have a trunk lock in here. Probably doesn't have a key for it. Probably need to find that. And I think there's a clip that holds this on to where it goes through the deal at there. But the trunk overall, I mean, it's got some surface rust and stuff, but it doesn't appear to be real rusty. A little tattered, but it came with a maintenance manual. It's got a classic car episode of from Hemmings. with a 60 Edsel convertibles on the front. Here's some, what was it? Color tone test, Cardinal Industrial Finishes. 1960 Edsel colors. And then there is another box. Looks like that's another sun visor in there. So it looks like there's a couple sun visors. That's parts for the radiator there. Over the top of the radiator. I don't know how many of those are original or what, but he does have a, it's got a door latch there too that supposedly, he said was new old stock, but looks like it could be. I don't see any wear on the teeth or anything, so yeah. So trunk lid, not looking too bad. 60 Fords, notoriously, most of them that I have, 60 and 61, especially the 61s, rust out up here, where mice get in here and build homes. And then they pee, and then it starts to rot through. But this one actually, this trunk lid is in really good shape. Looks pretty decent. The 61 car had a lot bigger trunk opening. Another thing to note here on this one is the, looks like I'm gonna need to find some trunk weather stripping. This one's all falling out of there. One thing we're going to have to source, it's going to be very difficult, is the two outer lenses are supposed to be red, the two inners are white for the backup lamps. So we have 4 red lamps here, which is good because we need more. We need another red lamp for the 2-door hardtop, but we only have 1 good white one on the hardtop. So I need 3 white lenses, 1 for this car and 2 for another. Looking underneath, looks like somebody's put a gas tank under it, which is kind of cool. Probably had a hitch here at one time. You can see where somebody had a, somebody actually had a little 6-way wiring plug. We'll probably have to fix that if we ever want to restore this car. I like this long muffler right here with the tip on it. That is just too cool. Customizing the 6-cylinder, the 223 tower of power. Looks like we've got some just a regular leaf spring suspension, 9-inch rear, 350 6-to-1 gears. All in all, the car appears to be fairly solid. Let's take a look at the inside. There's a little bit of a ding right there, but character. So, looking inside, the seat, it's pretty shot. Looking like the original type upholstery there, I'm guessing. The back seat is actually pretty intact. You can see where the mice got the, got a little bit of it right there and over there, but it's actually in surprisingly pretty decent shape. Still has the Edsel emblem. Headliner's pretty decent, except for back here. It's starting to peel away and it's falling down in the back, but the front part of it is actually still pretty good. The windows on it, honestly, most old cars I get like this, they've been sitting for a long time, not used. The windows don't go up and down very well. Look at this car, almost effortless. It is a 2-door post sedan, not the hardtop. It's a little bit different. The 62-door hardtop has more of the Starliner roof. So, windows work pretty good. Looks like we got an old newspaper over there. Let's take a look at the old glove box. Anything in the ashtray? No, we just got a few old bolts and air cleaner lid. And oh, there's a, that looks like an Edsel. No, maybe not. Thought that was maybe an Edsel type emblem, but don't know what that is. Still has a radio in it. It's funny, even though these were pretty much Fords, which just kind of facelifted, but the radio is stamped Ford on it. Pretty sure that's probably the original radio. I don't think the radios in the 60s said Edsel on them. I could check the hard top to see what it says, but let's check the glove box. Got the Edsel emblem on the glove box. So we just got some paperwork in there. This was kind of a base model car, so it's like just a bunch of old registration papers and stuff. Let's see, oh, there's another key. I don't know if that works in the car or not. Yep, it actually does. I don't know what this is. Fomoco. Oh, pad luggage door lock. COAB, 5 pieces. Huh. Oh, so those actually must be for the, these actually must be for the, where the trunk lock goes, and there's 5 of these gaskets in here. Somebody thought enough ahead to buy those. So that looks like about it in the glove box, but the glove box is intact. It's a good thing. So we got an old newspaper. We also have some, oh, you know what? That looks like it's this is a trunk lock for a Galaxy, actually, because it has the letter. It actually has the letter with it. I didn't even notice that. He did have some cylinders and stuff with some keys. With a cylinder with the keys, and this would have been out of a 60 Ford also. This unit here, you can see that's part of a G right there with the for the Galaxy. So that's actually a pretty hard unit to find if you need one. It still has the spring on it. You can see it springs back. Without the key, it would cover this up. But the Edsels appeared to be a little bit different than a little bit plainer than the actual Galaxy. The Starliner, this is actually part of the S on there, and those are even more difficult to find. Under the carpet here, we do have some. Oh, there's another lock of some sort. I don't know what that is out of. I don't see any markings on it. Let's see if we've got anything else in here. Oh, here's some more keys, but these are later Ford style keys here. These are like 68 and 67, 68 and up. Or 66 and up, I think. Actually, 65 actually started these keys, I think. This style of key. I think 64 might have been the last of this style key. In the cars, anyway. I know my 66 truck still uses this kind of key. So, let's see how old this newspaper is. It's a little bit concerning that it's under the carpet. Oh, look at this. Mamma Mia Sandalinos at Penny's for only $3.99. No Bidenomics here. Oh, look at that. Chevrolet Work Power. It's a Chevrolet van, #1 way to work. Professor unable to master skateboard. Philco transistor radios. Another fine value at Woolworths. Wow. I don't know. I don't see the top of this paper to know where it's from, but Aurora Village, Unionist to here, Granger. Oh, I don't want to see those real estate things. It'll probably make you cry. But there is more newspaperage here. I don't even know where this. I don't even know where this is from. Actually, this newspaper. 6th Avenue, 1521 6th Avenue, Mutual. Doesn't really say. Oh, here we go. Oh, this could be a key here. Bellevue Auto Row, US 10 East to Renton. So this newspaper would be from the Seattle area, it looks like. I still don't know when it's from. They've got some used cars though. Wow, $695 for a 58 Pontiac two-door V8 automatic. Chevrolet Impala, $24.95. 63 Pontiac, 60. We have two 64 Grand Prix coupes for $30.95. Bel Air Chevrolet, Eastside Pontiac, Everett Mercury. They have a 62 Thunderbird for $24.99. 61 Ford V8 four-door, $675. Bellevue Auto Row. So again, I don't see the any dates on this because the top of this paper is gone. But Sunday, May 9th, road racing, rain or shine. Westside Ford pays the freight. Mustang new buy. Westside Ford. Oh, a lot of cool stuff in this paper. We might have to save on that and try to preserve that, because that is pretty cool, those ads in there. So, yeah. So we've got the 223 straight 6-cylinder, which is an engine that started life in the, correct me if I'm wrong, put in the comments down below. I believe 52 was the first year for this engine. I could be wrong. This engine was used all the way through 1964, actually, in the cars and the trucks. In 65, the 240 would debut, and of course in the trucks the 300 also became available, the venerable, famous 300 straight six. But these 223s are known to be, they're not super rated at 145 horsepower. They're not super powerful. They are rated at 145 horsepower, so it's not going to race you up any hills. But but again, some people say they're bulletproof. If you take care of them, they'll run for a long time. You can see this car does have vacuum wipers that are not hooked up. You can see the fuel pump down here does not have anything running to this, and that's because it also doesn't have anything running to the fuel line down there. So this fuel pump has been bypassed. It's just sitting there blocked off, and it appears that this car, I haven't seen it yet, but I can hear it when I cycle the key. This car has an electric fuel pump back by the tank. You can hear it cycle and start to run when you turn the key to on. So we do have an electric fuel pump already. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if it's because they couldn't find a fuel pump for this, or some people have gone to electric fuel pumps due to vapor lock issues. So, looks like a remanufactured carb on there. Still has the original air cleaner set up. Original master cylinder. The old fruit jar. This is a single manual brake car. This car has just a generator, and basically that's the only thing running besides the water pump off this. There's no power steering in this car. These cars, if they had power steering, would have had the Ram Assist style, which are always problematic and leak. But this car is completely manual steer. Engine looks to be somewhat intact. So, like a lot of older cars, battery tray completely compromised. They've got a Group 27 battery in here, which is way too big for this. So we're probably going to have to put a different inner fender in here. It does share with a 60 Ford though, so shouldn't be too awfully difficult to find. We may even have one on back. We have a couple 60 Ford clips back there, spare parts for the Starliner. One of those may work. If not to replace, at least to get metal out of. If they're not rotten too, they very well could be. So, anyway, that's a look at the 1960 Edsel Ranger. I'm going to change out the wheels and tires on it. Give it a little bit different look. I don't really... The hubcaps are okay, but they just don't fit this car. It's an Edsel, so it shouldn't say Ford on the script like that. But they are kind of cool. Seller said it had new tires. They still have nubs on them. They still have the pressure nubs on them. So they are basically new tires, but they're 2015 dot codes, which tells you that the owner did not drive this car. Hardly at all. So, probably just spent most of its time parked. But we hope to put it back on the road a little bit more. That's going to conclude this video for now. You're going to see more on this car pretty soon. We're going to do a couple little upgrades. Just going to spiffy up the brakes, put some different wheels and tires on it, and possibly take it to a charity car show here in August. So watch for that video coming up. We've got some other stuff coming up soon too. We're still working on the 69 convertible, the 62 Galaxy, the 55 Fairlane. Again, the list goes on and on and on. Plus a regular day job that takes about 70 hours a week of my time. So we're trying. Thanks for being patient, sticking with us. Oh, I actually found where those little thingy-mabobbies go. That's in the trunk. They go on the seat in there. Those little trim pieces. So, cool. Probably one missing off the driver's side over there. So, yeah, mystery solved. Again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like these big older Fords and want to see more content on them, whether they're Edsels, Mercuries. I've got the hankering for a Turnpike Cruiser. If I can source one of those somewhere that doesn't financially bankrupt me, I may have to pull the trigger, but they are getting scarce. Might have to settle for the Monterey, but if I can find a Turnpike Cruiser, love to add that to the fleet. Like keeping these big old Fords on the road. Again, thank you for watching. We'll be back at you real quick here. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless.